So we're just going to have a lot of fun today, you know what I mean? Just get into the groove, just get into the vibe. Have you warmed up?
Today I will talk about the supporters' request, and this was actually a topic I have been wanting to make a video on for a while. Work life, especially if you are a subpar looking man. The difficulties, the hurdles we face at work. What are the best career fields for subpar looking men today? Like I always say, this ain't only about dating life or personal relationships. It never was. This supporters email reads: I am a mechanical engineer, and this month marks 1 year of work experience. Baya, it has been so brutal for me. I am thinking of going to the gym and muscle maxing, lose my glasses and start wearing contacts. I experience so much BP. I have stories to tell. Bro, how do you do it, Baya? I can't imagine staying in the workforce like this 10 years. I always imagine winning the lottery, quitting my job and traveling the world. Yo, that is brutal, man. I hear you. And I can relate. I really can. The first year is always the worst too. Fresh out of college, you are not used to that lifestyle. You dread getting up in the mornings. You go to the office and count hours till you are off. And the worst thing is, when you are done with work and go back home, you don't really have much energy or time to do anything else that is productive, that is demanding. A brutal feeling sinks in. It hits you that is your life now. The only thing you can do after that, after a long day at work, is either going out for dinner, treat yourself outside, or just watching something, because you are already mentally drained. I can't imagine how you can do anything else that is productive, that is demanding, and have a personal life as well, a family, I mean. It is beyond me, man. I mean, I can still make videos during the weekends, and sometimes in the evenings after work, if I am motivated and butt-hurt enough. But then again, I am a loner. If you have a family as well, on top of work, gone. The whole day is gone. It is over with. It is beyond me, man, how some people have so much life energy in them. You are done with work, you make dinner and stuff, and it is already 8 o'clock, and you are already checked out mentally. It is just much easier just to chill and watch something, play a video game. Cubicle life sucks the life out of you, slowly but surely. And that is how you transition to autopilot mode. This is a dreadful topic for many of you who are still in college, but this is gonna be your life before you know it. Life doesn't really change that much after high school. And what I mean by that is, how people operate doesn't really change that much. Maybe people are more self-conscious of how they are seen and judged by other people. Maybe they won't be as crude as they were in high school. Maybe have more manners outside. But what happens in high school just happens in college and then work life as well. Just in more of a subtle way, in a different blanket. Life is one big high school, really. That popularity contest, you all know from high school, will keep happening in work life as well. Instead of a classroom, you will be in an office. That is the difference. You start working for the popular kids who are younger than you, but they got promoted faster. You work harder and longer, but they are the ones getting promotions, better titles at better companies. And then on top of that, what I have just mentioned pretty much applies to even normies. Forget about sub 5, even normies suffer from that. But when you are sub 5, that cubicle life and office politics become even more draining for you. There is an additional looks aspect in play. If you are not at least normie in looks, you are gonna be that guy, that balding John from Faces example. You are that guy, singled out. They would be calling you creepy behind your back if you are too happy or too talkative, or God forbid if you are confident. You are basically the John from Faces story. Whatever I have said about cubicle life sucking the life energy out of you might go even for normies, but when you are sub 5 in looks, it is 100 times worse. You don't even get to be happy and confident without getting labeled creepy. People are gonna think you are just acting. Try hard.
What's the difference between a creep and a non-creep?
Yeah, the creep is not attractive. Yeah.
Exactly. Even though the guy could be doing the exact same behavior.
Yes, and it would be, wholeheartedly acceptable if she was attracted to him.
A good anecdote on this from one of us. There is this new guy at my job, ugly as receded chin, big nose, jacked up teeth. He has been there about a week and a half now. Today at work, he wasn't there today. One of the girls said, I hope I don't have to work that many shifts with new ugly guy. I asked why. She said he's really creepy. I wanted to ask, why is he creepy? But I already knew she would make something up. The guy isn't awkward in the sense that his behavior would be seen as confident if he were attractive. He's always smiling and cracking jokes, extroverted, talkative. That is why the girls hate him. It is not just her. The other girls are visibly uncomfortable around him. Women hate extroverted, talkative, ugly guys. If you are ugly, keep your head down, especially when women are around. Don't do anything to attract attention to yourself. You know, this is spot on, man. Happens more than you think. You will make a joke. You will jokingly say you didn't like the Barbie movie and she will call the human resources. And then the police. And boom, that night, cops show up at your door. And you are going to the prison for the rest of your life. And guys, the reason I don't have that many stories like this to tell you is because women aren't honest with me like that when I am around. The chat lights and chats among you or female viewers can confirm what I am talking about. I am sure many of you, the females among you, or chat lights and chats, have witnessed this. Some of the stuff that is being said for ugly guys behind closed doors. As a sub 5 male, you get desensitized. You have no other option, man. You have to. You get used to being underappreciated and underrated. But like, what else are you gonna do? Quit it and work at McDonald's or apply for NEET box? I know Hamza, Tate and others say, oh, don't go to traditional schools, bro. Instead, pay for my course. Grind, copywriting, dropshipping. Guys, I am not against side hustles like that. And in the short term, they can be good ways to make quick money, right? Hell, I know some community members doing betting, arbitrage betting online. Some do day trades. Some do, you know, other stuff. Look, if you make good enough money online, more power to you. But I still think in the long term, foremost, getting a job, getting an education, getting some sort of vocational training pays off better. A trade. After enough experience and saving, you can start working for yourself. You can start your own business. Recently, I have heard from a couple different people about truck driving. I heard it pays okay too. I don't know how hard it is to get into truck driving. Maybe it is harder than many of you expect, but it does sound like a good sub 5 male friendly job. You and the road. Basically, I would recommend any career field where you won't have to deal with people too much, only at minimum level. Again, guys, no job is perfect. Every job has its difficulties. It won't be like playing American Truck Simulator, but at least you won't have to deal with people. Unless you're a hot girl, you will have to deal with some repetitive and boring stuff no matter what you do. But despite everything, I think that kind of job is better than rotting in a cubicle. Obviously, not everybody can be a high-up IT guy, or graduate from Ivy League med school, or become a little entrepreneur, right? You gotta be realistic in life. Self-improvement gurus are gonna tell you, oh, you can do anything you want in life. No. Bro, not everybody can be a high-income developer or a doctor. You gotta measure the return on investment. Being a developer, programming, I mean, it is a quite open-ended word. But if you wanna be one of the high-income earners without launching your own projects and making money off of them, which is whole another challenge, it isn't easy. That is gonna be hard, man, getting into those companies. And if you don't have the looks, it is even harder. Or become a little entrepreneur, or become a programmer. Sure, if you can be a programmer and run a remote business at home, that is probably one of the best occupations for an introverted sub 5 male. But not everyone can do that. I get this question a lot, career questions. What is the best job for sub 5s? I really don't have a silver bullet answer to that. It really comes down to the individual, really. A good option for one might not be feasible for you. Not everyone can be a developer. And not everybody can be a truck driver. Out of those code monkeys I have to work with wouldn't even last one day driving a truck or working a manual labor job, right? Side hustles, sure, it can bring you some revenue, but at some point don't be so scared of getting into labor jobs, trades, you know, truck driving, whatever. Not everybody can be a YouTuber like Hamza, swindling teenagers. And even him, guys, understand this, alright? He was showing his YouTube dashboard screen in one of his videos, and it was something like 15k a month he was making from YouTube. And this doesn't include his main income, which is making money from 13 years old, 14 years old. But when you consider his over 2 million subs, he posts a lot of content and gets a lot of views too. Like, there are a lot of people out there who have 1 million, 2 million subscribers, but they are not getting the views. Not only he has the subscribers, but he actually gets good views on his videos as well. I was really surprised to see he's only making 15k a month. That is nothing, man, considering the fact that you have to be top 1% of YouTubers. to make that. Come on, man. There are so many guys out there with 500k subs, with a million subs, but doesn't get any views. And Hamza posts very often too. It is not like he's making 15k a month by uploading only once a month. Despite that, only 15k. It is nothing, dude. It is nothing. When you consider that, you gotta be top 1% of top 1% to make that. It is really nothing. If you go to any professional field, you don't need to be top 1% of top 1% to make 10k a month. It is much more doable in real life by working a real job. I get that kind of questions a lot too. Or should I be a YouTuber? Cause kids go watch Hamza and he's making it sound like being a YouTuber is the best and easiest way to become rich. Bro, it is not true at all. Or make 10k a month by learning something and teaching it on YouTube. Bro, those kids will never make 10k a month off of YouTube. They won't even make 1,000 a month, no matter how much they grind. Out of those kids are too concerned with getting rich and getting rich quick. Ever since Andrew Tate going viral, this has been increasing and immediately others wanted in on it. Hamza and others. Money maxing. Of course everybody wants it. And that's another thing, guys. Of course, career maxing, money maxing is legit. But at the end of the day, your physical appearance plays a snowball effect in that aspect as well. If you are good looking, you grow up with positive affirmations, which makes you confident. You get to show your talent. You are not timid and shy. And if you are not good looking, you might not even capitalize on whatever talent you might have. It is brutal how everything is connected to each other. Everything is interrelated and all roads lead to luck and good genes. But I will talk to you in the next one.